exactly what's done here. Just passed into that central end, gets a receiving, and it's a beautiful executed strike. It really is, and he's so close. And he's just rooted to the spot. He knows he's getting nowhere near it. Oh, what a goal that would have been.
Well, he scored one of the standout goals, didn't he, of Sunderland's season down at Stamford Bridge earlier in the campaign, and he nearly scored another memorable goal on this, his 21st birthday. Xhaka trying to dip it forward again, but only as far as a Manchester United player, and frustration for Fernandes.
Yeah, I like the fact that Enzo Lefebvre playing in that bit more of a 10 role. Well, I think he's suited. I think he can really instigate. He can go and join in. He can be a little bit of a platform to go and bounce off. I think he's a real handful. That's his favoured position as well.
Kobbie Mainoo with the header. Finding Mason Mount. Xerxes puts it at him. Siddiqui does well. Through the centre he goes. A great opportunity. Chance for 1-0. Really good save by the goalkeeper. Well, Lawrence made a mistake against Liverpool. But he's certainly atoned there. What a stop that was. Siddiqui thought it was going to be 1-0.
Oh, it was outstanding play. It really was. Siddiqui just doing all the work in that midfield. And then he gets on the receiving end of the pass. It's outstanding. It is. Probably just teeing him off. And then Lefebvre slipping it through. Probably should score. Should he go back across the goal? He does everything right by making sure he makes them and make that save. Really, really good start from Sunderland. Should be 1-0.
Well, that would have been his first goal of the season. He waits in the penalty areas. It's played in and the shot come in. And, well, he didn't cover himself in glory there. So thinking about that effort as it goes in towards the 6-yard box. And Sunderland continue to put the pressure under Manchester United. Mount was there to put it behind for a corner.
It's a brilliant spell for the home side. Really putting Manchester United to the sword, and just approaching the 7-minute mark. Brilliant, confident start from Sunderland.
Faye again, flattened towards the near post. Rete with a quirky attempt at goal.
Yeah, I thought Siddiqui was brilliant in here. Just have a look, great feet, 3 or 4 players in and around, a little drop off, and then Lefebvre puts him on his way. He doesn't just admire the passing side. I mean, the only thing that you could probably criticise is hasn't hit the back of the net, but it's not always the easiest angle there, particularly where the goalkeeper situated himself.
Xerxes. Ahmad. Gets it off to Kobbie Mainoo. This is Luke Shaw. Referee has blown up here, just delayed momentarily.
I think he's got it right as well, shoot out well, because quite clearly he's just skipping inside and just takes a bit such a way. Drew it really late. I mean, he doesn't catch. It's a free kick.
Stuart Atwell, our referee today, involved in a very eventful game with Manchester United recently against Bournemouth, where Harry Maguire was given a red card. There were penalties for both sides as well. Michael Carrick wasn't a happy man afterwards. So, Bruno Fernandes, this man standing.
From this sort of angle, this sort of range, I think he's got to take the attempted goal, hasn't he?
Well, he hasn't. He lays it off and the shot comes in from Ahmad. Everybody was expecting the Football Writers Player of the Year to go for goal.
So it's great movement from Manchester United players, because as you said, I was expecting him to take that strike on. He just tees it on a plate for Ahmad Diallo. Just can't hit the target. I think if he does, big opportunity for him to score a goal there. great start to the game.
Yeah, Sunderland still got plenty to play for. Europe not quite off the table despite recent results. But they need to finish strongly in these final 3 matches. Well, they should be ahead. Got a free kick here. An opportunity for Brobby, who goes in strongly, and Ammons just squirmed away from him, but I think he took a bit of a hit in that contact with the Dutch international.
Yeah, well, he had to come out and be really brave, didn't he? Because Brobby wasn't turning down the opportunity to really make the challenge. Vince comes out and he does. The follow through from Brobby might just catch him on the inside of the arm.
Well, he got a clean sheet when he made his debut against Sunderland earlier in the season. Ammons has been ever-present. Error last week came a little bit out of the blue. There's not been too much noise around the Manchester United goalkeeper this season. Sunderland are attacking again here with Lafay. Really important interception there.
Yeah, it was a bit just from Mason Mount. He comes back, he knows that Lafay has got one thing on his mind. He wants to take that strike on him. It's a really good challenge in the end from Mason Mount, just disrupting him his route towards goal.
Luke Shaw. For him today, playing his 36th game of the season in the Premier League for the first time in his long career. Manchester United all for Southampton. Wire. Ferrari is available, but instead it goes up to Ahmad. Slip there. It has been raining virtually all day here in the northeast. In fact, the groundsman was out marking his lines again just 2 hours before kickoff. It almost disappeared with all the rain.
That kind of just tries to turn and get on his way, just completely loses his footing. Slippery surface.
He gets it forward, looking for Talby. Martinez gets it away. Side against Talby.
So what looked really tight that did. This ball that's just played into an area. Look at this. This looks really, really close, by the way. I actually feel like it's not offside. Ronaldo plays that ball into the channel. Tell you what, from that angle that I can see, it doesn't look like he is.
Speaking about the groundsman, we're always assuming, aren't we, that those lines that they cut are exactly to the millimetre. It might just be that they're not. But certainly the impression there was it might have been a little bit unfortunate for Sunderland. Maguire stretching, falling to the ground. United know they're in a tussle here this afternoon. No doubt about that. Brobby coming forward for Sunderland. Big roar from the home supporters. Siddiqui.
They really have been excellent. So many stages of the game, Sunderland really got a bite to their play, haven't they? That hunger and desire, just in them little challenges, they're picking up everything that's dropping and falling because there's so many players wanting to get on the football.
Confidence not going to be too high for Sunderland. They'll win in their last 3. It's 2 wins in their last 7. One of those wins was a monumental one just north of here.
Managing for them.
Some Mount disagrees.
Similar to when you can see though. Just gets away from it, doesn't he? And then that's where he's pulled down in his tracks. What's the right call from Stuart Atwell?
United holding a line at the moment. Just the edge of their penalty area. Xhaka teases it in. Could you nearly stop that going out? Two single players there. It was definitely going out. Could you nearly stopped it? An opportunity here to launch the ball in, and if you ever need a towel, it's today. So Mukiele is the man who will try and deliver our first long throw of the afternoon. He's had too much to feed on from the corners so far. Disappointment there as well.
You can say that every time they get an opportunity to get the ball into the box, and that's where clearly will use them long throws to his advantage. I'm sure that Carrick will be looking and pondering and thinking that little bit more in the starting 11. That they expect Sunderland to really come out the traps, but let's be quite honest, they have dominated these early stages.
United have given the ball away cheaply here. Siddiqui, Talby. By Roos. Nicely taken. Treyu. Shoots in the penalty area. Mukiele. That's by Shaw. Another opportunity for him to get it into the penalty area.
That towel's going to get some work over on that far side today, isn't it? Dry these wet balls off.
Yeah, mention the rain. We should also mention the wind as well, which isn't ideal for footballers. It's going to be tough for the defenders. United wait here, and Mukiele delivers a short pass. Infield, and the favour the shot.
Penalty.
He waves it away.
Penalty.
They had the effort.
Penalty. Well, he's going to get checked. I mean, first and foremost, they do brilliantly, don't they, with that little cutback. The fake takes the shot, and I think it comes off the shoulder, to be quite honest. But then he comes off Ahmad and he comes onto the arm. I mean, I think he comes off his knee first, does he? That's just so I don't think it is a penalty.
Stuart Atwell will be waiting on VAR, but yeah, it did look as if it had come off the player first before it hit the arm, and no penalty. VAR have cleared it. Talby is the target over on this near side. Mazraoui gets high, and United have a free kick on halfway.
It's a good play again, wasn't it, from Sunderland on that right side? I know they wouldn't cut the calls for penalties. I mean, it was a right shout from VAR having a look. The ricochet that come off Ahmad. It wasn't that first one as well, you could say. Right to appeal, though, there's no doubt of that.
Martinez. Firmino. Score of that winner for Manchester United in the big game against Liverpool last week after making an error for one of the Liverpool goals. Firmino again without Casemiro alongside him today. Had possibly only two more opportunities to learn at the master in the final weeks of the season. Ahmad. Ferrari goes forward with Alvaretti. Challenge heads it away. Siddiqui back to Alvaretti.
As we said, Sunderland really dominating. Lots of the football attempts. See there, the two shots on target. I mean, for me, should be leading, shouldn't they, really? Opportunities that they've had. Look at Siddiqui 1v1. Really good start from the home side.
This is Mayo. Bruce has had very little to do, has he, so far in the opening 21 minutes of this game.
So one thing I'll say about Sunderland is that when they're out of possession, you can see that they get back to a real solid, structured formation, and they do keep it quite tight in more central areas where they try and force it to a wide area where I think they're more than happy. Defenders will do their job there. Not shy of turning the ball over quickly and trying to get the ball into the front area where there is quality.
Siddiqui. He may have missed that opportunity early on, but he's been one of Sunderland's standout players this season in the centre of midfield.
Yeah, he really has. I think he complements Granit Xhaka, doesn't he? Because Granit Xhaka's the one that probably hasn't got the legs to really fly around and have the energy. He's got the quality. He can execute the passes, but Siddiqui, big fan of, likes to get up and down the pitch and so much drive from midfield. There's a real big complement with the two in there.
One of the many successful summer signings 12 months ago. There's another about to take the free kick. And it goes by Xhaka, looking for Brobbey. Obviously, he's the aerial target. Lammers just punches it away. Gieli, the referee had already blown up for a free kick to Manchester United. He's in the walls at the moment, isn't he, Lammers?
Yeah, it was all a bit scruffy. Lammers comes out really, wants to be brave yet again, doesn't he? I think it is probably that tries to get on the end of that. I mean, he's just turning his body and trying to get a connection on it, but as you said, Lammers has to come out and make that big punch and that big decision to help his defence out.
We speak about how difficult it is for players in their first season in the Premier League, but it's probably even harder, isn't it, for goalkeepers to acclimatise?
Yeah, there's no hiding, is there? Because won't do that between the sticks or a point in the team.
Going long on this occasion. Harry Maguire. Back in the starting lineup in recent times after that yellow card, that red card down at Bournemouth. New contract for him as well. Prospect of another trip to the World Cup finals. It's good for Harry Maguire at the moment. Sunderland retreating.
It really does just feel like there's a re-energised Manchester United squad, doesn't it? We've got some of these players that so much more confidence since Harris took over. He's injected that, whether he's given them that belief. It has been a turning point.
So they're playing a lot more matches next season than they have this campaign. Just 40 play in total. Lowest number for a century for Manchester United. Heavy touch by Hume.
She got away with one there, didn't he? Trey Hume. Well, she felt that she was going to reach for the book. This is an opportunity for Manchester United to really go and inject that pace and all the load of players that they've got in that forward area. It's not maybe one there.
So an opportunity here maybe for Bruno Fernandes' assist.
Yeah.
Xerxes makes his run. Fernandes into the air it goes, and Mukiele with the header. United have a corner.
So important that Manchester United really survived that strong bit of pressure that Sunderland applied to them in the stages of the match. Plenty of the ball, lots of movement, lots of energy. That's what the good teams do, don't they?
Fernandes with the corner. It's a booming one to the back post, looking for Maguire. Came off the Sunderland defender last. Maguire is now in the wars.
I think it was more Robbie that I just went up for the header and maybe back-headed Harry Maguire.
This is where Casemiro is a big miss. So many goals from set plays and so many headers as well for the Brazilian. Fernandes. Ahmad. Luke Shaw. Towards Ahmad it was, but it was a terrific recovering header. Back in it goes, Xerxes with a header. Just going backwards he was, and although he managed to propel the ball goalwards, no real control over it.
There's Luke Shaw's cross and a really good defensive header there. And then he's refilled and he's reignited from Cunha. He's always having to really adjust his body to try and execute everything right there. It's not a bad header. He's got to get every single bit of it right. The bar.
Short goal kick, but then a long kick downfield by Roos. United feeling their way into this game. Way again. Sadiki forced to go backwards. Just the one win here in recent times, and that was against Tottenham. So Deserby's first game in charge. The element of fortune as well. Bielli's shot heavily deflected into the back of the net. Bielli involved in this build-up here. And this with a flick. This is Xhaka still going, and Robbie three around him. Stadium of Light is not happy.
I think it's given for a handball, to be quite honest. I think it's where Bobby goes down. He does move the ball. I mean, he's got control of it, but he does actually knock the ball away from two Manchester United players. That's why I'll give the free kick.
Xerxes with the touch. And he got the call from Shaw over on that far side. Can he make it? He can't. He has progressed United up the field. Quickly taken as well. Sunderland not in position at the moment, and grateful that Xhaka was on hand to smell the danger. Roofs under pressure. Just about gets it away. Mazraoui. Always given back to Mount. Might break for Xerxes. Just a moment of hesitation and uncertainty from the home team for the first time that we've seen here this afternoon.
I'll say the conditions are playing a real big factor in this game, aren't they? I mean, even that ball that looked like it was going to go out that far side, short, and continued on. He probably could have clipped it in.
It's a wonderful pass to Dalby. Mazraoui is the man concerned, being twisted. Robbie, can he get the shot away? The angle's not good. Well, he's been a menace to Manchester United so far, and he nearly brought us the first goal.
Yeah, Talby does well. He's been bright, lively and sharp, hasn't he? On the edge of the box there, and then it's probably one of them three Sunderland players just takes a gamble and makes the effort to get in that 6-yard box as a potential goal there.
Lamons took a touch and cleared long downfield. Robbie is Sunderland's top scorer this season. Just 6 goals makes you the top scorer, and that certainly is an area where Regis Lebris knows that they will have to improve next season in terms of the top of the pitch.
That's been the problem, hasn't he? Scoring goals, those scorers in the Premier League. And as you said, when your top striker's only got 6, you're looking for a much better return. He's a handful, I must say. On double figures, opportunities that he's had.
Plenty of moments so far in this first half, and they're looking to find some cutting edge here. Yeah, he does well. It's nicely fed forward. And an opportunity for Siddiqui again. Took a deflection on this occasion and behind for a corner. He's had the 2 best opportunities, arguably, for Sunderland in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, Rodgers been brilliant though, hasn't he? Great focal point. There's a big shout handball. It starts to strike again from DQ. Opposite support on the edge of the box. Tough. It's the man, does he? Might just come off the arm there. It's chucked into the body though. Just have a look here. I think he takes a strike on. I mean, in an unnatural position, is he?
Xhaka makes the move. Siddiqui wins the header. Xerxes, I should say, wins the header for Manchester United. Sunderland were already 2-0 down when the two sides met early in the season at Old Trafford.
There's a little check there, wasn't there, from in the box with Fernandez just pulling one of the Sunderland players down. Checked it clear though.
This free kick is quite a long way out, but bearing in mind the conditions, the wind, the rain, the wetness of the pitch, they may be tempted here.
Well, why wouldn't you? I think the distance, you can get it up and down. Utilise the zip on the surface. Possible.
Xhaka puts it in. Cleared away by United. Oh, a misunderstanding there, an opportunity for a counter-attack possibly for Manchester United, but a flurry of players hitting the floor. The ball is given away once again, and this is Granit Xhaka. Just a moment there where United had a lot of space to gallop into.
You could see there was a possible counter-attack on, wasn't there? But it's the surface, it was in mayhem out there.
Mason Mount, Xerxes, it's a second opportunity. Masraoui. Fans are loving the press, but not the whistle.
Now the rest has just been a little bit aggressive, I might say. Xerxes, you can see he's had a couple of swipes at him, and that one, so I shut that one just. That's it. Line the player up. It's a foul. Any more of that might possibly be in the book. This is interesting. The touches in the opposition box for Sunderland just shows that they have been the team that really truly should be leading. 19 touches just shows how they really approach this game. Positivity and trying to get on the football opportunities they've had, just might have had to deal with. So, just the Bristol will surely be looking and thinking that goal for all the pressure we've applied to Manchester United so far.
5 changes for Manchester United today. In the continuity so far, the cohesiveness out there on the pitch, and frustration for Michael Carrick. We've seen his body language like that. Certainly not in recent weeks anyway.
They haven't showed an awful lot going forward. I mean, you're looking forward players. Cunha's not really been able to affect the game. Fernandez, he can drift in and out of games with his quality, but the players that you expect to really step up, able to access or Sunderland the problem. So the game plan's gone really, really well for Sunderland so far.
Kieli. Robbie is the target, over his head. Alderete, back to Robbie. Kieli. The goals for him in recent times. Needs to get back now as Manchester United try and counter, but once more, Sunderland just the snappier, the quicker. All over the pitch.
Manchester United need a lot more, expect a lot more from them as well when the players are out there. Just giving the ball away really cheaply, that's just inviting more pressure onto them.
Quickly taken free kick. Sunderland trying to get back. In towards Xerxes. Got something on it, but he's been caught there. Kieli it was who made the challenge for Sunderland. An important challenge as well.
It was Xhaka just kicking across, helping his defence out, and Xerxes just expecting that ball to come across. He takes swipe at Kieli. He wants to make sure that he isn't getting anywhere near the ball.
Kieli playing as a centre half today in the absence of Dan Ballard with that 3-match suspension. He dropped back into that position in the last game against Wolves when Ballard was sent off. Trevor coming in at right back for Sunderland. Interesting to see Trey Hume playing so far up the pitch again.
I think that was an interesting call, wasn't it, Guy? I think Trey, I think it gives them energy, gives them a little bit more of a defensive structure, doesn't it? I think particularly when you've got Talbi and Lefeu, times can be a little bit of a luxury, if you like, but just gives them a little bit of added protection, I feel.
Ahmad. Who gives away the free kick is taken quickly, but too quickly for the referee's liking. Cunha was away on goal, and then frustration. He has to hand the ball back.
Yeah, there was a couple of attempts here. Nildo 1-2. I know he might lose his foot in there, but that was bringing it back because of the first 1-2 attempts. Just caught the clip from the heels of Ahmad.
Maguire. Shaw providing the width. Mason Mount starting his first game in the Premier League since Christmas. Xerxes running into trouble. Ahmad trying to win it back for United. This is Xhaka. Talbi is the option on this far side, and it falls to Talbi. Traore struggling there, and Talbi in a very small piece of space trying to wriggle away from his marker.
That ball's on every time, that big switch of play for Talbi. It's been a real spark, and I'm sure that Gislebrus will be relatively happy. The only thing you're probably a little bit frustrated with is that the attempts at goal find the back of the net.
Yeah, it's been an incredible 2 seasons, hasn't it, for Sunderland boss, getting them promoted May of last year. Just as well, that late goal here, Dan Ballard in the semi-final, and then 1-0 down in the final at Wembley. This is Fernandez. Xerxes will chase, but was sensed that he was never going to win that race. Well, there he is. Dan Ballard. Biggest ball in the North East, surely for many a long year, particularly here at the Stadium of Light, with that goal in the semi-final late on. Free here appears to have reversed what we all thought was a goal kick into a corner. Not sure what happened there. This is Ahmad to take it. Sure, it goes from Ahmad to Fernandez. And Ahmad to get it onto that left foot. Weaves his way into the area. Had to weave his way out. Fernandez.
Menu.
Luke Shaw. There's plenty in the area from a United point of view. Delivery's not good. And he goes again from Fernandez.
There's a decent ball in from Bruno Fernandes. Nice little spell for Manchester United. A little bit of pressure. Harry Maguire was trying up for a possible push, collision, coming together. Go of it.
United win it back. Xerxes, led by Fernandez.
Xerxes got to do better. That's because that is a golden opportunity to maybe just pick out Ahmad mean, there was a shout here. Was it just out of control? Was it a loose challenge from Mason Mount? But then Xerxes got to pick out one of his teammates. Look at that, the overload there. There's 4v3.
Just a fifth start of the season for Xerxes in the Premier League and a first under Michael Carrick. He has, though, helped win this corner. Final knockings of this first half. In it goes, and Sunderland deal with it well. Opportunity. Ahmad goes in. Didn't get a touch, and Sunderland bring it clear once more. It's a huge downfield. Talby will chase it. Work for Mazraoui to do.
1 minute. Adi. Okay, I will be back.
Robbie. Talby. Talby going the long way round. Will they have time to take this corner? Well, Sunderland will feel that their performance so far in this first half deserves a goal.
Marino had this opportunity. It falls so kindly, can't get the right connection and the technique to really just guide it towards goal. He literally matches up the shot. Big opportunity for United.
So Enzo Lefay, as the rain swirls around the Stadium of Light once more, hoping to cause problems with this corner. And it's half-time. Well, it's been a really good performance by Sunderland, but no goals to show for it. Siddiqui coming the closest. One-on-one. Fine save by Senna Lammens. Siddiqui had another effort that went wide of the target. Sunderland have been the more proactive team. Bruno Fernandes. Very few opportunities to score or assists so far in the opening 45 minutes. At the break, it's...
We love football. We bring extra passion. We are extraordinary fans. We are extra. Just like Guinness. This is fairly more. Not more. Let's make it more. With an irresistible taste that thickens. Now that's more. Don't just cook, Jay. Make it more with more. I know what you're gonna get. The stakes are high. They don't get much more fiercely contested than this. Grams of spur ribs, a juicy chicken thigh, and 125 grams of force. 3 legendary spur favorites served with golden chips and crispy onion rings for just $149.90. Spur, people with a taste for life. We're here for genuine parts to drive you along and accessories for every journey. Toyota Genuine, here for life. When treating a sore throat, Androlex C Oral Rinse Spray targets the painful area with its long reach nozzle and 4-in-1 action that starts to work from 1 minute to relieve pain, numb the area, reduce inflammation, kill viruses and bacteria, and provides relief for up to 4 hours. Speak to your pharmacist about Androlex today.
Sunlight dishwashing liquid goes a long way. My white plates come out shiny, my silver spoons glinting. It's just awesome. I would rate Sunlight dishwashing liquid 5 out of 5.
Immerse yourself in a world of opulence and indulge in the art of Cognac above all else.
Winter is away with cozy deals to match whoever you are when the cold hits. Like Alba short stand patio heater for a hot 3699, save 300 rand. And Hisense 10.5 kg front loader washing machine for 8999, save a sizzling 6,000 rand. We're always cheaper than a trolley, buggy or truck. So if you feel like doing winter your way, then someone's in a macro mood. Project. Whatever your dream, whatever your day, Vitabil will always be there for you. Vitabil feels good anywhere, anytime.
Oh, Washington has inside. This adventism young.
No goals between Sunderland and Manchester United, but I think it's fair to say it's Sunderland who have been the better team going forward.
They have. I mean, with Robbie up front, he holds the ball up, he brings people into play. They've obviously had a few opportunities. They've been the more progressive side, and it's hard place to go. Stadium applied. So Man United will be happy that it's 0-0.
Yeah, that was the one who had just great opportunities. Let's look at the first one. Can you talk us through it, Gary?
Yeah, we did. He did well in this first phase, to be honest. He plays the ball there to give and go. He's seen the space, attacked the space, the ball's in front. He does everything right up until this point. It's a great save in the end. I just like to open his body out a little bit more.
Just have another touch because he's taking his shot from the edge of the box. You can see his first touch. He's got enough time to take it even closer to the keeper.
Well, great piece of play.
Yeah, well, this is another one, John, from Siddiqui. Two great opportunities for him.
Yeah, they pass the ball around. They play well in midfield and they're very strong up front. As the ball comes in here, as you can see, I think obviously you may look at it and think it's a miss, but I think that's going in if it doesn't get a deflection. Mason Mount gets a bit of a deflection on it, and if it doesn't hit Mason Mount, I don't think the keeper's getting anywhere near that with the power he can.
It ends level Anfield. What a disgrace match. What a disgrace match. This match. It ends level Anfield. What Wow. In this level Anfield. What a disgrace match. What a disgrace match. This match. in this level Anfield. In this level Anfield. In
ጀመረ። William, how you doing, my brother?
In recent matches, Diallo coming on and coming off at the break, staying on this time for the time being. Yeah, it was who was going through the centre, but they couldn't find him. Mukiele, ref says, play on. Sunderland could have had a free kick. The Retty it is who is still down. Sunderland will put the ball out.
I think it's nice and mad because he just catches him as a clever little nutmeg on. There's a man here. He just catches the inside or the outside of the ankle. Yeah, it's a sore one that is. It's standing leg.
But it's going to be, I think, a yellow card for
Mount.
the man who scored against Sunderland at Old Trafford earlier in the season. Mason Mount, the first man into the book. Mukiele. Here, Trowder. Loan this season. Some uncertainty about whether he'll still be here next season, but here is the Dutchman getting forward. Big roar inside the ground. It's going and just out of his reach. And behind for a goal kick, but better from Sunderland.
Yeah, really good move. I mean, it's starting from defence into that midfield area. Xhaka, brilliant, composed into Bobby. Trying to make it that run forward. The ball in. I mean, it's a teasing cross, isn't it? It's not one of them strikers. Probably that comes across the goalkeeper as that ball comes in from Talby.
Shaka again, looking to pick it up for Sunderland. So many touches again today for Granit Xhaka. Most expansive one of the afternoon. Floats out to that far side as Sunderland switch flanks. As Rory does some defending.
That energy level, a little bit of forward thinking has just dropped off from Sunderland. Obviously in the first half they were energetic, lively movement. That pace has just dropped off.
Here Trauner. Alvaretti. Xhaka available. Simple little pass to a teammate and Sunderland come again. Here Trauner trying to let the ball run across.
Maino.
But it's intercepted quickly.
Just looking at Sunderland's formation, and Trauner's gone into a bit more of a central midfield, or it looks like Sunderland have got into a bit of a back three there, just adding another player into that area that's sort of causing Manchester United a problem again.
This is Enzo Lafay, 18 months Sunderland player, initially on loan from Roma. Helped them get promoted last year. It's really helped establish Sunderland once more in the Premier League. The Retti bursting over halfway, brought down by Zerki. Second yellow for a United player.
He's done really well, hasn't he? Alvaretti. When he's had to come out and drive out with the football, he has done brilliantly, and that's where Zerki just loses a bit of concentration, chases him down, and then frustration. He's in the book.
Alvaretti will go forward. He'll try and use his height. Xhaka with the delivery. Kelly just strolling forward out of pincher to the edge of the penalty area. The winner here against Tottenham recently. We'll go again, Sunderland. Siddiqui. This is Talby. That's Rowie, who felt there was a deflection off the defender of the Sunderland player last, but it wasn't overly convincing, was he?
Rowie, he wanted the goal kick. Well, I think it was. Some positive there from Talby once again.
Sunderland a pretty awful record from corners in the Premier League this season. They've managed just 4. The team have scored fewer. So back post it goes, and they nearly scored a goal courtesy of a Manchester United player. Masraoui, grateful that that went over the crossbar.
I'm sure he knew an awful lot of where this ball was going to go, did he? I think he was just making sure he was getting a lot of purchase on the header. Masraoui just making sure it comes off the top of the head, which is going to go over.
Shortly going. Xhaka into the danger zone. No one running across it though, and Lamons was able to pick up the flight and uncontested playing the ball.
Yeah, again, that little bit of movement, very static in the box, but Sunderland take a chance, gamble.
Fernandez. Kobe Mainu. 4 points in their remaining 3 games will guarantee third spot for Manchester United. Draw earlier today means that probably a win here today will just about do it. Their goal difference so much better than Aston Villa's.
Yes.
Siddiqui over the top. Asking Talby to chase that, as he continues to do.
I must say, I've been really disappointed. Manchester United, often enough, 61 minutes in and not one shot on target to record. Really, really poor.
Xhaka. Here, Crowder. Xhaka again shoots the cry, and well, he listened to them on this occasion, probably wishes he'd been a bit cooler in that situation.
I think he's heard the cries of shouting. He's got it in his locker, really to pull something special out, but not on that occasion.
So some substitutions on the cards. Getting themselves into a bit of a pickle there, but it was Martinez who got it away. Hume feeding it forward. And the home supporters, after a quiet start to this first half, this second half, sensing that their team are getting on top in the last few minutes, certainly winning their duels here. The play, terrific ball in, Robbie! Hammond again makes a fine save.
Kaf aድርጎ አይወድም እንዴ?
Certainly should be. Right, everything he can do, maybe the accuracy's not quite there, but this is superb bit of play. Just pick up the pieces here.
አንተ ሰጣይ ከፍ አድርጎ አይመጣም ገደብ
Gets across to try and disrupt.
ወይ ባጠብቁበት አይመጣበት
Then he strikes it. Well, it's a good save. Robbins does well to the rescue. Tumble inside the penalty area. Robbie is who's gone to ground. Maguire having words with him.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it didn't look like a penalty. It's Martinez who. Is there a slight clip on the heels? I don't think there is. He just runs into the box. I mean, listen, there's got to be an awful lot of contact, and the action clip, he goes down.
Well, he must be one of the hardest players to mark in the Premier League, Brian Robbie. Martinez and Maguire have seen off a few down through the years. They know they are in a physical battle. So the end of the afternoon for Joshua Zirkzee. Patrick Dorgu coming on.
Yeah, Cunha's going to go and play straight for the middle. He'll go come down on this left-hand side. Just a little tweak and change in the form. He'll play in a little bit of a sort of fake 9 role, won't he? I imagine so. Obviously, they'll probably share that load in there with Bruno Fernandes making it times a striker. He makes them forward runs.
Picked up by here, Trauder. Heavy touch from him, though.
Trauder.
Well, Dorgu's come into the game at a difficult time for United. He's been out injured since January, just returned last week as a substitute against Liverpool. He's going to hit the ground running here. Interesting that there's no Mbermo on the pitch.
It is an interesting call when you that maybe you're looking for a little bit of X factor. Well, that he's just dropped off form a little bit, hasn't he? But a number of games he's played, but you do feel that this could be a game for him to come on and could just relieve that little bit of pressure in the forward areas. So surprised that he wasn't the first choice.
No, Benjamin Šeško today, due to injury, he's not part of the matchday squad, but that man is hoping to get the call from Michael Carrick in a few moments' time. As you say, his form was in front of goal, has dropped off a bit in recent times, no goals in his last 10 matches. So long ago, it looked like he would be United's top scorer this season. Šeško has certainly found his scoring boots in recent times. Both men in their first season at Old Trafford. United went big, didn't they, at the top end of the pitch during the summer. Are you expecting them to be busy again this summer?
Yeah, I think they will be. I think they need to add, don't they, now? I think what looks like it's going to be a third place finish. You do have to say if they can add some quality throughout that squad, that team. Midfield area as well. You have to say that it's quite evident today that with Šeško not being available, they do feel like they are a little bit light in that forward central area.
They are the third top scorers in the Premier League this season, Manchester United. They've created very little here this afternoon. Sunderland with the what-if moments.
Yeah, there's no doubt Sunderland have been by far the better side. The more potent, the more dangerous. I said the disappointment is they haven't capitalised on good bits of play that they've had.
Fernandes, can he create something? Cunha. Cunha again. Mount arriving, but just seemed to run into the ball. It was an ideal pass for him to either take it in his stride or strike it first time. Fernandes still stuck on 19 assists. 2 games to go after this.
Tell you what, Granit Xhaka got his head up. Selby is in acres of space down that left hand side, and that's what the big roar was from the home fans.
Here, Trauner. Xhaka again. Robbie between the two centre halves currently. Siddiqui made a little dart from midfield, but then retreats. Retty on the ball.
Sunderland, see why they've got results this season, can't you? Because the foundations are certainly laid out there. And they are a danger and threat going forward. A big standout, just a clinical access in front of goal. It's probably let them down today.
United come again. Fernandes, Ahmad. Well, it's been positivity generally week after week, hasn't it, for Michael Carrick since he took charge as head coach in January the 13th. This is one of the games where they've been a little bit off it, not helped, of course, by the injuries to Šeško and Casemiro, two of their key players in recent times and two of their top goal scorers as well.
Shots on target still 0. 7 attempts for Sunderland.
Yeah, that is amazing, isn't it? Manchester United. As I said, third top scorers in the Premier League, a team who scored in every game since Everton. Here, Trowder. Oh, he's hit the post. Well, he fell off it as he struck it, and you wondered whether it was going to be of any quality at all, and it was just inches away from giving Sunderland the lead. In the air it goes, but over Robbie and hurriedly away by Shaw. Shaw again with the header. Sunderland try and win it back. For a penalty. And so Lefay back on his feet. What brilliant opportunity. It's a difficult one, I must say, but trying to get the strike on. They've done that a fair bit, Sunderland, haven't they? Just passed and followed, had that sort of wall to go and bounce off with Robbie. And that was a difficult execution, but almost corrected. Harry Maguire. Look short. Dorgu.
Shaw.
Substitute so far for Manchester United.
Seriously.
Sunderland come here. Trey Hume probably going through the centre. You've heard a bigger growth all season here at the Stadium of Light. Talby. Shaka with the ball in. Robbie was the target. Bukieli. Hume to his right hand side. He's run into traffic here and picked up a free kick.
ጃካ የት ነው ያለው እንግዲህ?
So they've been brilliant, Sunderland. Really have such an intensity about their play. Look at the pitch. I mean, defenders stepping in. Just seems like there's so much more movement. This is a dreidel.
ወይኔ
Absolutely collides off the post. Inches close.
ወይኔ
Feet. Just comes off the post to his rescue. Well, here Trowder yet to score this season. Siddiqui had the other opportunity in the first half, and he too yet to open his account in his first season here in the Northeast. Shaka's only managed to about to double it. Just teases it in, and once more Sunderland plays first to it. After the area it goes for a throw in. Probably it was who was throwing himself, hoping to get the important contact. He's got it all wrong as well, totally wrong. I mean, he's got to try and get something on that that's just going to guide it towards goal. It's too much contact, and that's why it's completely in the wrong direction. Diallo, he goes off. Brian Burmo replaces him.
ጎል አለ በቃ ነው መላጣ ተገባ።
Perfect time for him to end his lean spell in front of goal. Give United a win here that at the moment you have to say would be hugely undeserved. Robbie with the touch. Hume, handball against Shaw. That would have been really unjust as he was so close to the ball. Feeds it down the line looking for Dorgu. Needs some support. Well, it was furthest forward for Dorgu. I'm sure just got a little taste off on it, Xhaka. He's in uncharted territory in terms of his career, a 36th game. He will hope to complete all 38. That's a starter as well. Manchester United so potent from set plays this season. The Arsenal have scored more. Fernandes. Is this the moment for him? In it goes. Picked up by the captain again. This is Luke Shaw. Fernandes once more. Cunha. Sunderland remaining resolute at the moment. And Burmo. Fernandes.
Dargu.
Fernandes again. Doreti with a header.
I'm sure these Sunderland fans will be just hoping to snatch something, particularly the good opportunities that they should have had at least a goal, shouldn't they? Might just come and bite them. Not being clinical.
It will be a big blow to their hopes of getting into Europe next season, were they to drop 2 points here today with just 2 games to go. Started the weekend in 12th place. Those 2 final games against sides who are also chasing European football next season. Everton away and here against Chelsea. Dorgu in some pain here. Sunderland make a change. Talby departs. And a return for Nielsen and Gulu. Signed in February from Anderlecht, but managed just a handful of appearances before he picked up an injury in March. But the Ecuadorian international gets an opportunity in the final minutes of this game.
Talby just drifted out of the game. Opportunity. Come on, stake a claim.
Gulu is rapid. A winger with huge potential for the future for Sunderland, who have recruited so well, haven't they, in the last 12 months? So well, in fact, that there are a number of players within their squad who are wanted by bigger fishes. Mukiele. Very comfortable this afternoon in that centre half role. I'm glad that he's been, when fit, their regular fullback. Harry Maguire.
Not having a out centre forward now.
Almost 50 minutes to go.
United can go direct into that forward area. Well, Fernandes and Cunha are the ones that are sharing the load up there, but it's got to come through the midfield if you're going to get them two on the football.
There's been so much positivity about Manchester United, hasn't there, in recent weeks, and Maybe this is a slight reality check. Blues feel that they're not far away from challenging next season. This hurt him at all, dropping points in the performance today?
Yeah, I don't think so. Managers want to stay in play, but they Michael is definitely the managers that wants to do so. They've just been nowhere near what they have been of late. They play one all the time.
Oh, Bruce was taking a chance there, and he got away with it. Dorgu told him, but he's mighty relieved that didn't end in one catastrophic moment for Sunderland.
It's a late challenge as well, was it, from Dorgu? I mean, Bruce does really well because he makes sure he takes a big touch. Dorgu comes flying into him. There's a moment there, couldn't it, for the goalkeeper?
He is one of those who other clubs are looking at. Sunderland say they are confident that they can keep him his first season in English football, signed from NSA Nijmegen in Eredivisie.
What?
Trying to be a creator. Out to that far side he goes. Gulu does well, really well. Xhaka towards Robbie, who feels he's being held. Perhaps giving it the other way.
This is interesting. I would like to look at this. For me, I'm sure that Brian Brothers exactly right.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, listen, they're both actually, but you can clearly see that Luke Shaw's not even looking at the ball. All he's concentrating
Yeah, that's true.
is trying to make sure that Brothers not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Daniel in a madman.
Sorry, that for me is a wrong call. I think fair enough if Luke Shaw's facing the football, then I can understand it. But he's totally just trying to impede Ryan Brobby from getting anywhere near the ball that's coming in.
Daniel in a madman.
And Burmo using his pace and delivering a cross of sorts, but I think that's gone out, has it? No, it hasn't. And Fernandez, well, now we do stop.
The flag was up quite some time. So when they continued on, might not be able to show it off. This replay, it just looked like it's a swinging ball that goes over the roof of the net and then comes back into play.
Trey Hume.
መምታት ያለባቸው ነው
Into
ማለት
the shins of
እንደ
Harry
የለባቸው
Maguire.
የለባቸው ማለት ነው ስለዚህ
Ngulu. The Faye going for goal.
I mean, that's been the story of the afternoon for Sunderland. They haven't took advantage of some opportunities from range. And the Faye always going away from goal. Disappointing.
One final push. from a Sunderland point of view. Manchester United's defensive record this year hasn't been great. They're in the bottom half in terms of goals conceded in the Premier League this season. But on the brink of a rare clean sheet here. Accidental contact there, say VAR. Just one more game for these home supporters here in a fortnight's time. Frustration for Michael Carrick, who was beaten here last year as the Middlesbrough manager. Chris Rigg, one of the substitutes today for Sunderland, scoring that goal. Carrick then lost his job because Middlesbrough failed to get into the top six. A year on, he's got Manchester United into the Champions League and inching a little bit more towards the confirmation of a top three finish.
It's an easy place to come though, is it, Guy? And that's one thing we will have said to his players, one of our key players that are not available today, is that just make sure you don't lose today.
And Gulu. Sunderland to make another change in a few moments' time. This is here Trauder. Dorgu. Mainu. This Mount. Fernandez with the ball forward, and just for a moment. Just for a moment. He's now injured. He's claiming it's an elbow.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was. Look, it does leave a real late one on. Look, Fernandez, it does look intentional.
And Gulu may have reason to be concerned. VAR are still looking at this.
Yeah, well, you'll see here. I mean, he's not going to win the football. And then it's that there that there's just no need for it at all, is there? I mean, why would you? I don't know if there's a lot of contact, but it's the intent that's there where he's pushed his arm across after the ball's been played.
Stuart Atwell sent off Harry Maguire in the last game he refereed involving Manchester United down at Bournemouth. Waits on VAR now to see whether he might be brandishing another red.
Having a good look at it, aren't they? You can understand why. I think it's because the actions are intent. That's the problem. When you leave your arm out, I think it'd be really harsh, to be quite honest. But see, there is an arm out. I don't think there was an awful lot of contact, which is
Very cleared. Not in a violent manner. Trigger comes off. Mayenda comes on. The man who scored the first goal back in the Premier League at the start of the season against West Ham. It's just a few moments to deliver the key moments of this afternoon. Sunderland go looking for a winning goal. Is there another big moment for them? Or can Manchester United, right at the death, find something? Dorgu. Just 4 minutes to stoppage time. Just 4 minutes away from Manchester United having their first 0-0 of the season in the Premier League. Big shot. Manu, who scored in a game that was altogether different to this one. 3-2 win at Old Trafford. We've rarely seen him anywhere near the penalty area for Manchester United, who are looking to get forward now with Cunha. Opportunity. Cunha squares it, but to who? Fernandes. Well, arguably the best moment for Manchester United has come in stoppage time.
Amateurs Cunha. I'm just looking what he's thinking. He's in acres of space. Doesn't quite get control. Has he got to just reverse that pass in there to boom on? It's not a great ball back, is it? And then Fernandes, it comes on. Slight bit of contact in the box.
Second minute of stoppage time. Bruno Fernandes. Sunderland desperate to get it clear. Cunha unable to win possession for Manchester United, but Fernandes does. Cunha once more. Cunha into the area again, and Sunderland getting clear. It's a strong finish by Manchester United, but it's been able to keeping really with the performance so far. Robbie. Still going, Robbie. It's a free kick. Ferdinand. Fernandes. Dogu. Cunha. Bruno Fernandes again. Cunha goes down theatrically. There's a free kick to Sunderland. After that, you know what's coming.
Well, first and foremost, great. Cunha's got to score. No doubt of that. I mean, the cutback is actually set up for him, and then this is the dive, isn't it? I mean, Stuart Atwell, he does really well here, by the way, because that is clear as day that there isn't a foul and it isn't a penalty. He's trying to buy one there. What a big moment that was. Tell you what, has Cunha not scored? It's been a good save from Robin Roos, but should be better. Unbelievable that we're 93 minutes in and that's their first shot on target, Manchester United. Simplified their afternoon.
Dogu. It's come off here, Trowder. And this will be the last act of the afternoon.
I'll tell you what, I mean, you're looking at Manchester United now and you're feeling, where has this been for the last 90 minutes? I mean, unbelievable.
Harry Maguire, surely the target for Bruno Fernandes. The 4 minutes are up. Referee is happy. Fernandes. And the shot will come in from Mbermo. And that's it. It's another point on the way to finishing in the top three for Manchester United. It's a point for Sunderland that might be not enough. They look to get into Europe next season, but they have been the better side here this afternoon. There's no doubt about that. Noah Siddiqui going close in the first half. Hammond's made an excellent